Yep.
All right,
There you
we're
go.
recording. This is for Pearl.
Excellent.
Happy birthday, Pearl, on your 70th birthday. We got the
Happy
guys
birthday,
together.
Pearl.
And
birthday,
Gary,
Pearl.
why don't you start? We got 20 minutes.
Start. Okay. I start with favorite memories or just
Whatever
general comments?
you want. Whatever
Memories
you want.
and birthday wishes. Take
You
about
got 3 minutes.
Two or
Well, I
three
wish you,
minutes.
Pearl, I'm so happy we're all here together and that we could all celebrate our 70th together. That's an accomplishment in itself. And I wish you many more healthy, happy years. And in terms of general comments, when I think of Pearl, I think of one word: fun. You're a fun guy. We had a lot of fun times together. It was fun working in your father's store. We had fun screwing up everybody's car. We had fun in Lake George, and you were always a bundle of laughs and a great guy to be around. And I'm so happy that we can still be friends all these years later. So, best wishes to you, and I'll pass it off to, I guess, Mike. Mike and I are here in Lake
All right.
George right now, by the way. Mike and I are in Lake George at my
Sorry.
timeshare.
As Gary
Mike DeFabio, that is.
Pearl, and only thinking of fun when you hear the word Pearl. When I hear the word Pearl, guys, I think of two things: big dicks and a lot of sex.
Really?
Because as far as I go back with Pearl, all I remember was big dicks and sex.
I
So,
thought you meant man size. You meant man size.
oh, man size, right? There's a word I haven't used in a long time: man size. Now, I think of one thing: how the Pearl got his name. Only Marcus maybe the one to remember this, but as I recall it, Earl the Pearl got his name when we used to play basketball at Bayside High. We were seniors at night on Tuesdays, Pearl, when you had your friends Michael Isaac and those other guys there, and you used to have this spin around move that was a sloppy, slippy, funny move that we named like Earl the Pearl Monroe, and we started calling you Earl the Pearl.
That's right.
Is that right, Marcus?
I believe so.
That's how I. And then after that, of course, it was big dick sex. But apart from that, no.
You mean man size. Man size.
Man size. Pearl. One way. Pearl. He's shaking his head. It's Pearl's the original. Right to Fabio. He's the original J guy.
That's right. He was
Well,
one of the.
I'm going to
He's
pass
one of the two originals.
and wish Pearl a happy 70th birthday. Great memories way back from the 7th grade, right, Marcus?
September of 1965.
Wow. Unbelievable. Leave it to the professor there. Professor number 1 and 2, Gary and Marcus, to figure that out. So I'm going to turn
Mr. Keegan's homeroom.
Keegan's homeroom. That's right, printing teacher. So I'm going to pass the J guy over to you, Mike.
No, he's not the J guy. We got Barry.
There's Barry.
Well, here, hey
Barry.
Barry.
I'm a J guy.
That's
So,
right.
so
Pearl's
he,
the
so
J guy.
Pearl was one of the two original J guys that I ran into at Hofstra. And the one thing you always remember about Alan was his smile, his friendly smile. So and his good sense of humor and his good imitation of the comedian, the Jewish comedian, what's his name? Jackie Mason. So, no, first
That's
time
right.
I went to Pearl. So Pearl, I went. We were going to go out together. I went to his house, and we go up to his room, and Pearl. One thing, Pearl's getting dressed. He's got his Huckapoo shirt. Always his sleeves unbuttoned. And I said, well, we got to get going. He says, Pearl says, oh, I got to get some money or whatever. I says, okay, well, Pearl had money like hanging all over his room, like on shelves, and he pulled dollar bills off a shelf. There was and I said, this is very interesting. I never met anybody like that. But Pearl was a great character and a great comrade at Hofstra. I remember one day, the great Pearl line was, I'm talking to him and there was some other people around and I says, "Oh, Pearl, I'll see you later on at the library." And Pearl says, "Oh, is that big building over there?" And the people I was with, they looked at him like he was crazy. The other thing is one day I'm in the memorial cafeteria and there was a girl there that liked me. I didn't really care much about her, but she was talking to me. So Pearl comes by, in his way. He goes, hey, how you doing? What's going on? So I go, "Hey, Pearl, how you doing?" So he says hello to the girl, and then he says, "Are you finished with that soup?" So the girl looks at him. Pearl grabs her soup and drinks it down, and he moves, and he goes on his way.
Real suave.
So that was some of the fun memories. But listen, guys, I'm just gonna beat everybody to the punch because everybody remembers Pearl being under the piano and under the table, the living room, behind the living room couch. So we go to the party and Pearl and Shelley would say hello and how's everybody? And then they'd get right to it.
That was the end of it.
For the whole night, they were rolling around under the piano and doing their thing. They couldn't be. It was like when like two dogs are like bound together, you can't separate them. That was a Pearl. You couldn't separate them. They were like,
Oh my goodness.
I said, "Pearl, cool down, cool that pony, boy."
Cool that pony down, boy.
So,
All right, we
the
better
last
get to
anecdote
Marcus.
I will say is that one day, in my years had passed on, and I was happened to be out in that area, and I went over to the store. I had my suit on and so forth. I figured I was on some business trip. And I went in and I said to the guys there, I said, "I need to speak to Mr. Pearlstein." And they said, "I'm from the state tax authority." And the guy goes, "Oh, yeah, well, I'm not sure he's here." I says, "I need to see him right now. Get him out here." Pearl, they go back there. Oh, Pearl comes out. I can just see his body language. He's like, and then he sees me. He says, "Oh, you bastard." Anyway. So, but beyond that, listen, now Alan is the best guy to know. He's such a great friend. He's always got a smile. He's a good-natured. He always wants to do the right thing, I think.
Yeah, this thing's gonna run out in 3 minutes.
We better get to Marcus.
So that's it.
Boy, some guys go on and on,
you can't help it. Yeah, Mark.
Well, Pearl, hope you have a good 70th birthday. It's a long way back to September 1965. It's going to be 58 years. It's going to be. I got a couple of going back. Pearl may remember we were back in high school. You remember first period we had Mr. Brotman, and every day Pearl and I would show up like 15, 20 minutes after the start of class. Every single day. Now he lived like 5 blocks away. And I would drive with Michael, and Michael would run. I think he had Italian first period. He'd run to class because, Brown knows he has to run to class. I'd hang out in the car, listen to music, go meet Pearl. And like halfway through the class, the guy says to us, "I have to speak to you two guys after class." So Pearl and I go up, and the guy goes, "You guys are late every day. If you don't start showing up on time, I'm going to have to report you guys or do something about it." And from that day on, we never went to class on time. Did a damn thing about it. And the other one, which is a good one, is we're going down the staircase one day. I remember this vividly. And about 3 or 4 steps up, there's 2 black guys blocking the staircase. And Pearl and I go down, and we stop in front of the black guys. And the one black guy goes, "You guys got a quarter?" And Pearl goes to the guy, "Yeah, I got a quarter." And he pushes him down the 3 or 4 steps, just pushes the guy. And we just walk right through them. And I'm like, I don't believe he did that. But we're not going to, he wasn't going to get shaken down. And I tell you, they just stood there. They didn't know what the hell to do.
That's the Pearl.
That was a Pearl. Pearl was a stud.
Nowadays,
He
they have a
literally
gun.
just shoved the guy out of the way. Which
Well,
was
he wanted to be proactive there.
Boy.
That's two good high school memories.
We better get on to Barry, Mark.
All right, Barry.
All right. Yeah, I Pearl, happy birthday, 70 years old. I don't have any Hofstra stories or high school stories for obvious reasons, but I used to play tennis with the Pearl. And you can imagine that was always fun. Although he was a trooper, he hung in there. We had a good time, and I'll never forget the times that I spent at Long Island Auto Parts working with the Pearl and just watching him do magic with customers. Always had a smile, always had a good thought, always treated people with respect. And Pearl, you're the best. Okay.
All right, and now
All right.
I'll wrap it up real quick. Just Pearl, great
Anthony,
memories. Love being around you and the guys. What, Mike?
can I just tell one last Pearl story about the famous Pearl one way? Pearl, I was the first guy to get the license in February. Pearl and Gary got theirs in April. So I'm driving with Pearl the first weekend around Bayside, and we're off Bell Boulevard somewhere by Bay Terrace, and we get pulled over. The cop says to Pearl, "Do you know you just went down a one-way street?" Pearl says to him, "So?" He goes, "Well, what do you think?" And Pearl says, "Well, I was going one way."
That's an old joke.
Well, Pearl's an old guy.
Yeah, right.
Back to you, Ant.
All right, so I just want to say it was important enough to me to do this. I spent my afternoon trying to figure this Zoom out, and we figured it out. So happy birthday! When I think of you, Pearl, I actually think back to your parents, wonderful parents. Really, you could tell that you came from good stock, and I like when I see on your Facebook things about when you mention your daughter and how good she's doing and show her videos and stuff. It's just very important that you keep the family together like that. I love it.
Yep.
So congratulations on reaching 70, and let's make sure we get a lot more years to go.
And Pearl, remember, first I look at the purse.
That's right.
That's right. All right, you want to sing happy birthday real quick?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Happy birthday
to
to
you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Pearl. Happy birthday to you.
The
And we have
original
better.
Pearl the Pearl, Pearlstein.
Goodbye,
Formula
Pearl.
Bird lives on.